A late afternoon sun bled gold across the streets as I slowed near Clara's house. I hadn't dropped by unannounced in years, but something inside me urged me forward. On impulse, I sent her a text. Passing by, bringing food, let's catch up, like old times. The second I typed those words, memories came rushing back. Nights of laughter, secrets whispered in dorm rooms, promises that life would never pull us apart. And when Clara opened her door, that familiar smile hit me like a wave. For a heartbeat, I wasn't an adult drowning in responsibilities. I was 20 again, standing with my best friend. Inside, vanilla candles and coffee wrapped around me like a blanket. At her kitchen table, we unpacked sandwiches, pastries, and laughter that rose effortlessly. It felt like stepping into a life I thought I'd lost. Her eyes sparkled, her hands danced as she gossiped, and I laughed until my chest ached. For a while, I let myself believe time hadn't changed a thing. But deep down, I felt it. A shift in the air, the whisper of a storm approaching. She left the room to grab plates, and I leaned back, soaking in the hum of the fridge, the clink of dishes, the faint lemon scent of cleaner. Nostalgia held me suspended between past and present. Then her phone buzzed. Once. Again. Again. I leaned forward. Just a glance, I thought, just to tell her someone was trying to reach her. But the name froze my blood. Daniel. My husband. The screen glowed with messages that sliced through me like blades. Promises of stolen nights, confessions of desire, words he had never once whispered to me. My pulse thundered. My throat burned. Inside, I shattered. Outside, I sat still, sipping coffee like nothing had changed. When Clara returned, smiling, laughing, I wore my mask flawlessly. She didn't notice my world had collapsed in silence. I matched her laughter, nodded in all the right places, even reached for another pastry. But inside, the storm twisted into something sharper, colder, stronger. By the time I stood to leave, my decision was already carved in stone. I touched Clara's shoulder, smiling warmly. Come over this weekend. Bring your husband too. Dinner at my place, just like family. She agreed without hesitation, blind to the trap I'd set. The days between blurred. By the weekend, my dining room was a stage. Candles flickered, silverware gleamed, roasted herbs perfumed the air. Every detail precise, deliberate. This was more than dinner. This was theater. Daniel sat stiff at the head of the table, nerves twitching through his fingers. Clara arrived with her husband, laughter too bright, perfume too heavy. We exchanged pleasantries, poured wine, shared polite chatter. On the surface, it was an ordinary evening. Beneath it, tension coiled like a snake waiting to strike. When the plates were nearly cleared, I lifted my glass, tapping it gently with my fork. The sharp ring silenced the room. All eyes turned to me. I smiled. To love, to friendship, to loyalty. I let the words linger. Then, calmly, though some people here clearly don't understand what those words mean. I placed my phone on the table. The screen lit up. Every damning message between Daniel and Clara glowing like fire. Silence swallowed the room. Clara's husband leaned forward, disbelief curdling into fury. He stormed out without a word. Clara broke, mascara bleeding down her cheeks, begging me to listen. Daniel stammered, his face drained of color. I didn't flinch. I slid a folder across the table. Divorce papers. Sign them when you're ready, I said coldly. I rose to my feet, my silence louder than any scream. Clara sobbed, reaching for me. Daniel shrank into himself, pale and wordless. I drained my last sip of wine, turned toward the door, and left them drowning in the wreckage they'd built. The cool night air filled my lungs like freedom. For years I carried his lies, her betrayal, the weight of pretending. Tonight, I walked away lighter, sharper, untethered. And that was my true revenge. Not their humiliation, not their downfall. My freedom. Dot.